What are the arguments against eminent domain? Have you ever thought about what happens when the government decides it needs your property? This is where eminent domain comes into play. It allows the government to take private property for public use, but many people, especially libertarians, have strong objections to this practice. Let's break down the key arguments against eminent domain. First, there is a concern about protecting individual rights. Libertarians believe that private property rights are essential for freedom. When the government can seize property, it can lead to overreach and abuse of power. This is particularly troubling for those who may not have the political influence to fight back. Next, the definition of public use can be very broad. This was evident in the Supreme Court case of Kelo v. City of New London, where the court ruled that property could be taken for private development if it served a public purpose. Many felt this decision favored powerful interests over ordinary citizens. Another issue is uncompensated regulatory takings. Sometimes, government regulations can lower property values without providing any compensation to the owners. This means that property owners bear the financial burden when their property rights are restricted. Libertarians also argue for decentralization of power. They believe that local communities should have more control over property decisions. This way, decisions can better reflect local needs and values, rather than being dictated from a higher authority. Additionally, there are concerns about the effectiveness of projects that use eminent domain for economic development. Many of these projects fail to deliver the promised benefits and can even lead to economic decline. This raises questions about the legitimacy of using eminent domain for private development. Finally, the concept of eminent domain challenges the idea of absolute property rights. Libertarians argue that allowing the government to take property for perceived public benefits erodes the security of ownership. This can discourage investment and innovation, as people may feel their property is not truly theirs. In the context of libertarian lobbying, these arguments highlight the need for eminent domain restrictions. Advocates push for stronger protections for property rights and aim to limit government intervention in private property matters. By doing so, they seek to ensure that individual liberties are respected and upheld.